Slider Crusaders, we gotta be quiet, because next door, they're doing some radio thing in the FM, like some guy playing Jacoby or something.
Oh, yeah. Said, oh my, look at those eyes.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but one day he'll be super famous. And we'll be like, oh, that's how you pronounce it. I should have known. Thank you for being here, Slider Crusaders. This is the show where we talk about three things: something important, something that'll make you smart, and something that'll make you feel good. We start with the important one always. Gay couple in Orlando. They want their baby to be baptized at an Episcopal church. And the church said, yeah, sure. Then 3 days before the baptism, they backed out. Now, this just happened, but I predict that this couple will sue the church because they were discriminated against. I predict this will be the first case where the state, the government, forces a church to perform a religious service. It's one thing to fine a bakery and force them to bake a cake for a gay wedding ceremony, but it's another to force a church to perform a religious service. And this is exactly what Thomas Jefferson was talking about when he talked about the separation of church and state. Now, everyone needs to get this straight. It's worth doing a minute here for a study on this. The words separation of church and state are not in the Declaration of Independence. They're not in the Constitution. I'll give you $1 million if you can find those words in the Constitution. They're not there. Here's where that comes from. 1802, there's a Baptist church in Danbury, Connecticut. And they wrote to the new president. Look, I'm all getting tangled up here. They wrote to the new president. They were concerned. Thomas Jefferson was the new president. They were concerned that the federal government may force their will on their church. So they were concerned. They wrote Thomas Jefferson about this concern. TJ wrote back. He said, no. Don't worry. We're not going to tell you what to do. There's a wall of separation between church and state, meaning the state won't force the churches to do things and do things in certain ways. Now, we've flipped that meaning around completely. Now people think separation of church and state means religion can't be involved in government. It was the total opposite. Thomas Jefferson meant to say that government can't get involved in churches, but it will happen. And if not in this case, which is, again, forcing the church to perform a baptism, the state will eventually force churches to perform gay wedding ceremonies. And if you think that's such a stretch, I mean, heck, the government already tried to force nuns to pay for insurance covering abortion. And if you want to read those original letters from the Danbury Baptist and from Thomas Jefferson, and you can see for yourself, they're in the description below. All right, smart story. You may have heard about our drought here in California. I should say we're live from San Diego. Beautiful San Diego. Look, it's just stunning right there. This is a live picture. Right here. It's really good technologies. We're periscoping live behind me. So again, a drought. You hear about it every once in a while. It's a total joke. Here's the bottom line. A drought is caused by Mother Nature. No doubt about it. But a water shortage is caused by government. We have a drought in California, but it's nothing that 40 years of proper planning couldn't have prevented from being a water shortage. Those are different things. Droughts are different than water shortages. There hasn't been any increased water storage built in decades since the last time Jerry Brown was governor and there was another big drought. In fact, $7.5 billion was the last bond that we passed last year. Millions of dollars of that bond is going to be spent decreasing water storage. So we're going the wrong way. You may have also heard that agriculture uses 80% of California's water. Well, sort of, but not really. Agriculture uses 80% of the state's captured water, because 70% of the rainfall in California we dump into the ocean for these little guys, little tiny delta smelt. Just a few weeks ago, we dumped enough water into the ocean for the entire city of Oceanside. It's about 175,000 people for the year, right? So we dumped 175,000 people's worth of water for a year, dumped into the ocean to save the lives of 6 fish. 6. Here they are, right here. 6. These are the 6 fish swimming around. Those 6 fish. 175,000 people's worth of water. And all this while the governor is telling us that we need to shorten the length of our showers. Are you kidding me? He runs Caltrans. It's our Department of Transportation. Caltrans still uses sprinklers to water the side of the highway when it's raining. And this is my favorite fact of all. The water that leaks from pipes across the state. Okay, so just the water that leaks from pipes, and I don't mean pipes in homes, like government-owned and operated pipes under the street. Just the water that leaks is enough water for the entire city of Los Angeles for a year. Fix your own pipes, Governor. And the water that leaks from pipes in Los Angeles is enough water for 110,000 people. It's the size of the city of Carlsbad. So Sacramento, get your own house in order before you find the rest of us for flushing our toilets too often. This week's feel-good story, I had the incredible honor of interviewing World War II veteran and Bataan Death March survivor Lester Tenney. Now we're going to put the link to the whole interview in the description. Please listen to it. It will change your life. I know that sounds super dramatic, but it will. But it's especially what he did 3 days after the war was over that will blow you away. And I hesitate to even tell the story here because you need the full context, the full buildup of what he endured in battle, what he endured during the Death March, what he endured in the Hell ship, the unmarked Japanese Hell ship, what he endured for working 12 hours a day, every single day for 3.5 years in the coal mine, and then all of that, still, what he did 3 days after the war was over. It's the most compassionate and generous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's unreal. And almost 500 World War II veterans pass away every single day. So we have to talk to as many of them as possible while we still can and try to get as much wisdom as we still can. And this is one great opportunity. His interview is in the description below. Can we check back in with Jack, what's his name? Jackson, Jack Ion. Jackson, just the guy over there.
A lot of knowledge, a lot of common sense, a lot of common dollars, when Louis Vuitton wallets, things is dark when
Jacoby, yeah. Slider Crusaders, thank you for watching. Last week's episode is right here. We have our daily radio show right here. And please download our Liberty Tree app right here. You click on any one of these three things right now.